everyone, this is Natita here. I'm here in our home office and I'm so excited today because this is actually the first video that I can say that this is Natita, Diamond Consultant of Organo Gold. So I'm so excited to be able to say that. And what this video is because we had an overflow of people who congratulated us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, on our email, our text messages. And they actually, so many people asked us, can you please do a calendar training? Tell us how you use the calendar. Why? Because myself and Chad, whenever we train, whenever you hear us on our team update calls, we always talk about the calendar. We talk about filling your calendar. And so many people, they say, you know what, Natita, Chad, teach me, how do I use the calendar? So instead of writing, hundreds of emails individually to each person, we decided why not create a video so that you could use it at home and you could share it with your organization to grow your team as well. So first off, if you guys don't have this yet, you must get your monthly achiever, okay? It is the #1 tool that's gonna get you to whatever goal, whatever position, whatever rank that you wanna get to, okay? Your monthly achiever, a must have. Okay, so, but before I get into all the technicalities and all the technical things that I'm going to be sharing with you today on how to use this calendar, the #1 thing I want you guys to realize is that out of everything, if you don't learn anything at all that I'm about to share with you, just learn this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about all the technical things as long as you fill your calendar. That's it. Plain, simple, period. Just fill your calendar. We made it a goal of ours, okay? To fill our calendar to the point where it was so messy that you can't even understand it. It's like scribbles everywhere. So let me show with you guys even what transpired. Look at this. How crazy it is. How crazy it is. I mean, it's just insane on how messy it was. You guys can't even read it, right? Look at the hundreds of CJMs that happened last month. That was the month when we went diamond. So for you, like I said, if you don't get anything, if there's too much information from this video, the only piece of information that I want you guys to instill in that head of yours right now is that you have to fill your calendar, period. Okay, so now for the technical instructions on exactly how you use this monthly achiever. First off, realize that failing to prepare is preparing to fail. So we want to help you prepare how to use this in order to prepare for your month that you're going to rank advance, okay? So the first part about understanding this monthly achiever, your calendar, your playbook, is realizing and recognizing that there are certain things that you must do at the right time of the month. So as I'm gonna go through this calendar, let's pick an empty one so at least I can show it to you. Let's do July, okay? The month where our baby girl, Shirai, was born. Okay, so let's pick July, okay? There's 2 sections of the calendar that I want you guys to understand. #1, circles. The circles that we're going to show you in this calendar. #2, the different color zones, the white, the blue, the red. Okay, so let's go over the circles first. Okay, so with the circles, I want you guys to, first, before we go into how to write the circles, I want you guys to first off write down the times and the days that you cannot do Organo Gold, that you cannot do CJMs. So, for example, what we tell our organization is the only things that count, maybe work hours. Obviously, you can't do Organo Gold or CJMs, right? Work hours, doctor's appointments, church. Other than that, you are free to build your legacy. Okay, so there's no excuses, right? Because you already put down, okay, I have a doctor's appointment on this day. This day I have church. Working hours, I can't do this. Other than that, you are free, okay, to finally build financial freedom for yourself and for your family. So first things first is you want to fill in 4 circles, okay? Because if you are following the 4 steps to success, which we never reinvent the wheel, okay? So it talks about having at least 4 CJMs per week. So let's fill that in, okay? So let's say this coming week, I want you guys to see how there's dotted lines right here, right? So we want to fill in, okay, what days are you free to book your CJM? So let's say, okay, I put Monday, maybe Tuesday, I have the weekly hotel ones, then there's Thursday, and then I could do Saturday, let's say. Okay, so I'm already filling it out. So I want you to realize, though, that over here, what this allows you to do, and I want you to do for the rest of the month as well, okay? So I'm just showing you 1 week, okay? But with this, it's mental preparation. Even though you might not know where, who, or when, what time of the day that you're going to be doing the CJMs, the coffee and jazz mixers, it allows you to have expectation, and expectation is everything. Why? Because, for example, last month I had a circle that was empty, right? One of the circles, we actually have around 4 circles per day, 4 to 5, but there was one circle where I did not have an actual appointment set for that time, but because I had mental preparations and I knew I put it down on paper and I visually saw it every single day, instead of just allowing that to be blank, I went out and made it happen. Guys, I want you to realize that your dreams, you know, your dream house, your dream car, you know, the dream amount that you're going to have in your bank, whatever it is, all of that's not just going to fall in your lap. You actually have to go out and get it. Your dreams aren't going to chase you. You have to go out and chase your dreams. So it's mental preparations. Okay, so with these circles, your 4 CJMs per week, how do you do it? What do you do next? Okay, so on your left, okay, so you guys want to be able to write down how many people attended the CJM. Okay, so let's say, oh, and also remember that couples count as 1. So let's say that you have 4 couples show up, you know, that's 8 people, but it only counts for 4 numbers, okay? So anyways, let's say that 20 people showed up at the CJM. So you would write 20 next to the circle. And on the inside of the circle, okay, you would write the QV that came out of it. So let's say that you had 1,000 QV, okay, out of 20 people. What this shows you, and what the purpose of writing these numbers down of how many guests there were and how many QV ended up joining your business, the purpose of that is basically like a car gauge. If, let's say, you're in your car and then a blinking light of the gas shows up, or a blinking light, oh, fix your engine. It basically shows you what you need to fix or maybe what you need to improve on. Okay, so with this, when there's 20 guests that show up and only 1,000 QV, your upline sponsor, or even yourself, you can finally see that, hey, you know what? Maybe I need to improve on my presentation skills. Okay, or let's say you had 4 CGMs that week, right? And only 3 guests showed up in the entire week. Okay, 4 CJMs, but only 3 guests out of the entire week. That shows that, hey, it shows your upline, it shows yourself, like, hey, you know what? Maybe I need to work on my invitation skills. You guys get what I'm saying? This calendar basically will show you what you need to be working on. And I want you to realize that you need to be real with yourself. A lot of people, they're scared to show this to their upline because it's empty, but that's the point. We need to see this. Your upline needs to see it. Yourself, you need to see this so that you know exactly what you need to be working with. And also another thing that I want to point out is that we have coffee and jazz mixers events every single day of the week, so there's absolutely no excuse for you not to show up, okay? Because just like how one exercise session won't allow you to get your dream body, 1 CJM per week won't get you to diamond. Okay, so make sure that you actually fill your calendar up. Okay, next section that I want to talk about are the color zones. This is broken into the white, the blue, and the red zone. The white zone is from the 1st of the month to the 10th of the month, and this is called your massive exposure stage. With your massive exposure, this is when you massively expose, right? You're going out exposing, sampling, inviting people. This is when it gets your mindset correct, and when you meet new people, create an even bigger pipeline for your business. With the white zone, this is basically the setup phase for the rest of your month. So you want to go out, meet new people, sample more people, get out there and develop your pipeline. Okay, so for the next, from the 11th to the 20th of the month, we call this the blue zone. This is basically your massive sponsoring stage. And when you go out and you sponsor people, massive sponsoring, massive follow-up. Fortune is in the follow-up, guys. Realize that. Just because you sampled someone, my question is, have you followed up with them? Have you gotten their feedback on what they like about the coffee? You have to realize that there's 3 things that you want out of a follow-up call. Okay, 1, get them at retail. 2, as a distributor to come listen to the business. 3, refer. Who do you know that drinks coffee, or who do you know that would be good at this business? Okay, so that's 3 things that you want to do in the blue zone with the massive follow-up, and when you step up your 3-way calls. Okay, Next is your red zone. This is the massive action stage from the 21st to the end of the month. And during the massive action stage, you basically want to step everything up to the next level. You want more SEPs, more sampling, more CJMs, more follows, more everything. When you go out and you dig for more volume in your organization. So for example, with your new and existing team members, this is when you can basically go and get people to upgrade, right? To check who doesn't have authorship. See the people who aren't dual team qualified. You know, with that, when you drive other people and their volume up, this drives it up for you. Who's so close to the next pin level? Look at your back office to see that. We're gonna actually have another video out soon to show you exactly how you can look in your back office to see the people in your organizations and what pins they're about to hit, so you can utilize this to drive more volume. Even myself and Chad, on the last 24 hours of a month, what we did was we drove the volume by 10,000 QV just from the last 24 hours of pushing it. Why? Because the red zone makes us realize this is what we have to do at this point of the month. So at the end of the day, guys, like I said, you know, with all of this, I know there's a lot of information to take in, but at the end of the day, the one thing that I want you guys to keep in mind is that all of that doesn't necessarily matter as long as you fill your calendar. The whole purpose of this is for this blank month to look like this right here. You know, you want it to be messy. You want it to look so messy that you can't even read it, because that's how you're gonna go diamond. So again, my name is Natita, Diamond Consultant. If this video inspired you to do anything at all, take action now.